Hey, it's Ubu, and today we're playing a demo for a game called The Box of Fear. It's developed by Escape Box, and you can find the game on itch.io. Before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to all of the people who have joined us here recently. I really appreciate you very much. And basically this game is about our daughter going missing, and we find a strange box, which holds all kind of fear inside of it, I guess, and we need to solve puzzles and uncover hidden secrets. If you're not familiar with my channel, at the end of the video I'll review the game and give it my final judgment. I will have timestamps in the description if that interests you, but I hope you stick around for the gameplay. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and get started and hit new game, so here we go, new game. After the mysterious disappearance of his daughter, Mark follows clues that lead him to a company known as The Box. However, obsessed with finding answers, he ends up being captured by the very organization he was trying to expose. Okay. What happened? I'm gonna move my camera in a second, don't worry. What place is this? Now let's look around. I can't stop thinking about what I'm doing here. I cut my hand on that stupid mirror, and for what? Well, at least it left a pretty piece of art on the wall. Okay. Cool. Also had to turn the mouse sensitivity down because it was like ludicrous speed. Alright, must be a key to getting out of this place. Acquired key. Key to captivity. Okay. Squeak. It is so dark. 3. Okay. An old TV button. Mommy doesn't like this channel. Nice art. 3 what? Channel 3? Oh, the button. My shadow! Or her shadow. What? I don't know what I'm saying. What's in this dark hall behind me? I don't know. We'll investigate. We'll go this way first. Some weird baby dolls in here. That one's eyes are glowing. Alright, we need a combination. The safe is such an antique. Every time I mess up the combination, I have to start all over again. So we have red, green, and blue. A and D, I guess, rotate in different directions. Okay. I see you. Is that supposed to mean something? What? Okay. Whoa, that looked weird. What just happened? So we're supposed to look at something? Whoa, very red door. Oh my goodness. Okay. Cool. I'm going to need something to open this. That would be called a key. Guess we keep looking around. So this is an organization? In this place? Looks like some kind of pressure pad or something. Alright. Looks like someone tried to set up an escape room here. There are secret passages, doors that open and close on their own. And those toys. I'm sure there's a specific order for them. What makes you say that? This place is strange. Level B. Looks like a card is missing. Okay. I can't sprint, by the way. So we're stuck just walking around like this, I guess. Different toys? I'm a little confused. But I guess we'll look around some more. Huh. It's creepy. Oh, there's a book here. Why is this book so heavy? I don't know. Looks like it was made out of metal. Okay, I guess I'll go put the book on the pressure pad. At least that's what I'm assuming it is. Wow, we did it. Look at this. Plane, a truck, and a dog. How would we know the order? I think I've seen this place before. Yeah, that's the chair in the other room. Not sure what it's trying to tell me, but it is super uber dark in here. We've had 2 photos just show random places like this. That's strange looking. Maybe we'll, I guess, heard a squeak. Try to do this puzzle. Okay. There we go. This will definitely come in handy. Yes, it will. Bolt cutter acquired. Hello, baby. Where'd you go? Back on the shelf. Alright, so we use the bolt cutters on that. Dear God. Okay, let's look around in here, I guess. What is that? What are you trying to show me? Not sure what that is. A locker? Wish I could zoom in. I really... Oh, yeah, it's this thing. Yes? Oh, Mark. Sarah! I'm sorry, but I'm not the person you're looking for. Daughter, wait! What? Okay, I wanted to look at this. That's just the alphabet and numbers. Okay, cool. There's someone under this sheet. Ah! You got me. Nice try. I guess that's what I get for being curious. I feel like these photos are trying to tell me something, but I haven't figured out what yet. Maybe a bit of light will help. I concur. Light is always good. I guess. Oh my goodness. Okay, the voices won't stop. Not even when I close my eyes. They said they heal me. They would heal me. But all they did was open doors that were never meant to be touched. There are things here even hell wouldn't dare to claim. Every apparition, every whisper, took more from me than the flesh itself. I thought I knew horror when I lost my family to the war, but that was just the prologue. Now I understand. I wasn't saved. I was offered. If there's a God watching from above, I know they won't greet me with open arms. Not after what I've seen. Not after what I've become. Okay. It will help. For now. Okay. Music was weird there. What happened here? I would say this man was lit on fire. That's just a get. That was a big spider. A really, really big spider. Okay. Hello? Where'd he go? Who's whispering? Oh, what's this? Oh, it's just race car stickers. Nice. Okay, so this lighter should help light up something. Okay, 10. Okay, 10 to the left. Okay, you got really big all of a sudden. I'll fight you. Oh, it's so scary. 15 to the left. And then it should have one here as well. 55 to the right. And the order is red, green, blue. So 15, 10, 55. I'm going to double check. I'm pretty sure it was 15. Yeah, 10. I meant to say 10. 10 blue, 15 red, 85 green. Yeah, okay, we're just double checking. So it's 15, 55, 10. There we go. Great, another key. Basement key. Oh no. What's in the basement? Oh, we can sprint now. Yay. Thank God. Because it was kind of slow walking around. Oh, that's why we need to sprint. Okay. It's the Goop Man. He's goopy. He's got some swagger. He's on his way. That music, that giant spider. I think we're being shit. God, he's right behind me. Oh. That was a lot of squelching. He beat me to death, I guess. Hurry, I turned. His hand was literally right next to me. Gosh, she got me again. Alright, I'm gonna be ready this time. Oh my. Here we go. We're going quick. Alright, I think I got a pretty good lead on him this time. Hurry! Sarah! What did he do to you, daughter? Oh my gosh. Mark, Mark, Mark. Good to see you again. End of the demo. Thanks for playing. You're welcome. You've reached the end of the light demo. If you enjoyed the experience, consider adding the game to your wishlist on Steam to be notified when the full version is available. Alright, well, we're back on the main menu, where now I will review the game. I will start with visuals, go into audio, mechanics, story and concept, settings, and performance, and then give the game my final judgment. So, visually, I would say the game is okay. I really enjoyed just the strangeness of it all, and I think the visual presentation is fine. I like the enemy design, more or less. I like the weird, scorched guy, the giant spider and the baby and stuff like that. I kind of wish there was a little bit more interaction with them, but I'll get more into that later. There's not much to say about the visuals other than that, I guess. I mean, I like the environments, you know, the safe puzzles and the weird baby and all that kind of stuff too. I guess that was pretty cool. I think the use of lighting is interesting and I would say pretty well done. The dark areas are basically areas you just don't go. They're like dead ends or whatever, but also the combination being hidden in dark corners that you can't see until you get the lighter, I think it's pretty cool. I think that's an interesting way to use the lighting and whatnot. So other than that, though, I would say the visuals are just okay. In terms of audio is hit or miss for me. In some areas, it's fine. I don't mind the music and stuff. It's kind of funny. It's not really all that serious, I guess. You know, the TV static and the baby singing and doing stuff like that, and the spider crawling on the wall, and the guy punching us to death has like crazy squelching like gory sounds or whatever. So I would say the audio is just kind of goofy in some ways, but I wouldn't say that's a bad thing necessarily. I just don't know if anything necessarily stood out to me that was like really all that engaging. I'm not saying the game necessarily needs voice acting either, but I think it feels a little weird not having voice acting. There's just something about the ambience that doesn't really match what's going on during the dialogue sequences, and I just think that could be improved upon in some aspect. So I would just say the audio is okay. Now, in terms of mechanics, I do like the focus on puzzles. They're not very complex, but they do encourage you to explore the environment to piece things together. Of course, the little toys that we have to rearrange is sort of just a guessing game, which I think is fine. And then object hunting, like the bolt cutters and keys and stuff like that. And of course, once you get the lighter, you're able to find the safe combinations to open the safe. And I liked that approach to that puzzle. I like that you obscured them in the darkness, and I think that worked really well. Now, the puzzles, like I said, are very easy and simple. And because the game is so short, it's hard to really enjoy the environment and explore it for the purpose of puzzles. Maybe I missed something with the key card, or that was something maybe we get in the full game. That was the only area in the game, in the demo, that we didn't progress through. It was just you get the key to the basement, and you run from the burned man, and then the game ends. So while there is a focus on puzzles, which I appreciate, the demo being so short, it was really hard for me to really get engaged in the overall tone and the atmosphere and the setting itself. And that's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, I try to be a little easy on short games like this. But I think while I had a lot going for it in terms of the puzzle aspects, I just kind of wish I got a little bit more, is all I'm saying. So I would say the mechanics are also okay. In terms of story and concept, the story is pretty vague. It's just that our daughter went missing. We're here in this strange place now. Some organization had kidnapped us. I don't know why or how our daughter went missing to begin with, and I don't know who these people are or how any of this works, so it's hard to really follow, but I just hope they're able to build upon the story in the full game to give you some kind of payoff for your efforts, because it is obviously a bit story driven, but the demo didn't quite convey our actual purpose in the story, rather than just looking for our daughter. And maybe that's enough for some people. I guess that's fine. But for me, I don't know. I felt like I didn't really get much out of the demo where it really taught me anything. It was just kind of random. But like I said, it does have potential, and I just hope they're able to capitalize on that in the full game. And I think the game conceptually is interesting, and it's definitely got this charm to it that I like and that I can appreciate. I do like that there's this box, apparently, or that we're in some place where there's these multiple entities, things that we would be afraid of, I guess corpses is what the burn man is supposed to be, afraid of death, maybe. And then, being afraid of giant spiders and being afraid of baby dolls. So it's definitely focusing on the idea of being sort of a conglomeration of phobias, which I think is really cool. So conceptually, I think the game is great. I just hope they're able to execute some of it a little bit better in the full game, because in a lot of ways, the game is just not scary. At least to me. I mean, I don't scare easily. I'm more about existential dread kind of terror and stuff like that really gets me, like Silent Hill 2. More than just oh no, I'm afraid of a giant spider, don't let it touch me kind of thing, or look out, he jumped at you. Jump scares and stuff don't really do it for me. Every once in a while a jump scare will get me, but I'm more about, like I said, dread and just more of an emotional sort of psychological horror. But while I may not necessarily connect to this game's form of horror, I think it has a lot of potential, and I think it is interesting, and I think it has a good charm to it, like I said. So pretty cool stuff in terms of the concept. In terms of performance and settings, I would say performance is totally fine. The game runs really well. I had no problems with it. I had no bugs that I noticed or anything like that. So it is of a nice quality there. And in terms of settings, we'll open it up. Very bare bones settings here. You have your quality and your sensibilidade and your master volume and your language. So pretty cool stuff there. I guess maybe there's a language barrier here or something of why this is just misspelled or something. I'm not sure how to explain that, but for how the game performed and its audio mixing and whatnot, I would say these are acceptable settings. I find it strange that, there's not frame rate limits or any sort of resolution changes or anything like that, but I guess the game is good enough at auto detecting that for you, or it's just a default setting in general. I'm not really sure what's happening in the background, but the fact that the game performed well, I will say these settings are acceptable. Hopefully you can clean it up a little bit, get your spelling correct here, and maybe change the lighting on some of these buttons and whatnot, because the white text on the bright gray background is just kind of odd looking and hard to read. So yeah, clean up how this looks on settings, and I think you'll do just fine with what you have. So my final judgment for the Box of Fear Demo Lite is, I would say it's okay. It's right under the middle of my scale. I enjoyed a lot of aspects of this game. I just think for it being so short, and bare bones, it's hard to really get a good feel of what the full game will be like. My approach to demos in general, I don't really say it much, but even if it's a really short game, demos are incredibly important in my opinion, and I think they need to be tuned in a particular way for you to grab your interest and have you wanting more. And while I think this demo did that in some aspects, there are other aspects that make me wonder, well, if the whole game is going to be like this, it needs to really, I think, capitalize on its themes, take advantage of the phobias and the fears and whatnot that it's using against the player. And I hope they're able to fine-tune some of the audio design to really like create this sense of dread in some aspect, especially in certain key moments throughout the game. I also hope the puzzles become not crazy complex, but I hope they add a little bit more complexity to the puzzles, especially if they're involved with exploring the environment, doing some backtracking and item hunting and whatnot. And I hope they're able to find the pacing that fits for this style of game and the correct ebb and flow of finding an item, solving a puzzle, exploring the environment, and able to do that appropriately. So I think they can do it because this is a decent start, but like I said, it is lacking in a few areas in my opinion. But like I always say, there's a lot of potential for games. You just got to start somewhere and then build upon that as you go forward, and you'll do just fine. So I wish you the best of luck on your future endeavors and your work. Tell me what you think in the comments below. What are your thoughts on this game? Do you agree or disagree with me? Do you have anything to add? Do you just want to say hi? Let me know what's up. And don't forget to check the pinned comment below for the links to everything. Go play this game for yourself and form your own opinion. I'm sure the developer would really appreciate your feedback as well as mine. And if you'd like to support my channel, hit subscribe, leave a like, comment, and share the video. I'd greatly appreciate that. Now, thank you for watching my video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I think that's all I have to say about it. So thanks for hanging out with me. And don't forget, the pale moth is always watching.